the morning of September the 13th, 1759. James Wolfe is desperate. He's placed his army in a precarious position, hoping the French will attack him. The Marquis de Montcalm is shaken and uncertain. Is this the real British invasion or a diversion? The battle for North America will unfold here, on an abandoned farmer's field, a mile from Quebec. It is 9:30. The real battle has not yet begun. For 30 minutes, the British artillery pummels the French line to create disorder while the army is still forming on the hill. Montcalm decides he will not wait for Bougainville's reinforcements. He will strike at the British this morning. He rides to his artillery commander, Montbéliard.
I spoke for a moment with Monsieur le Marquis de Montcalm, who told me we will not be able to avoid the battle. If we give them enough time to establish themselves, we will never be able to attack with the kind of army we have.
Montcalm orders a general advance. At approximately 10 o'clock, the Battle of the Plains of Abraham begins. It is a textbook maneuver. Montcalm's army will advance in a massive column. It will sweep down the hill and smash the thin red line. But the French line that started down the hill is uncoordinated, and after a short distance, the first mistake. Someone gives the order to halt the advance and fire.
Apprêtez vos armes! En joue!
The ragged volley is pointless. The British are far out of range. The French resume the advance, their lines more confused and disordered with every step. Wolfe's soldiers wait. When the French are within 40 yards of the British, they form for their second volley. This time they can see the faces of the men in the British line. French reload, the British take position to fire.
Ready!
Finally, in the smoke and confusion, James Wolfe issues the most important military command of his life. The British volley is devastating. A mile-wide burst of concentrated fire. The French line is dazed, but stands its ground. Then the Highlanders unleash an advance with broadswords that can slice a man in half. Joseph Trahan of the Acadian militia is right in front of them.
I can remember the Scotch Highlanders flying wildly after us, with streaming plaids, bonnets, and large swords, like so many infuriated demons.
British bayonets draws closer. Confusion finally crumbles the French line. The Battle of the Plains of Abraham has lasted barely 15 minutes. Sometime just after the British volley, James Wolfe is struck by a fatal shot in the chest. At the crest of the hill, Montcalm is engulfed in a stream of retreating men. Sometime in the next few moments, he is struck by a musket ball below his ribs. Most of the French flee up the hill towards the walls of Quebec. With them, Joseph Trahan.
I was amongst the fugitives and received in the calf of the leg a spent bullet, which stretched me on the ground. I thought it was all over for me, but presently I rose up and continued to run.
The British are within reach of the gates of Quebec, with the Highlanders leading the charge. Until they are stunned by a barrage of fire from the surrounding woods and fields. Hundreds of Canadian militia and Indians cover the retreating French army. The first wounded are brought to the General Hospital and to Marie de la Visitation.
We were in the midst of the dead, the dying, which were brought to us by hundreds. Many of them are friends, are relations. It was necessary to smother our grief and extend ourselves to relieve them.
Even though the French vastly outnumber the British, Vaudreuil has decided they will not fight again the next day. He orders the soldiers to abandon Quebec and Beauport. Some of the citizens stone them and shout, "Cowards!" The battlefield is left now to the dead and the dying. Colonel Etienne Guillaume de Saint-Nazaire, mortally wounded, will die the next day. François Clément Boucher de la Perrière, who fought today with his eyes failing him, will die by evening. James Wolfe lived only a few minutes, long enough to hear that he had defeated the French. His body will be sent back to England, where he will be the Empire's newest hero. He was 32 years old. Louis-Joseph, the Marquis de Montcalm, will survive for one more day. His body is put in a makeshift box because there are no coffins left, and buried in a hole made by a British cannonball. He was 47 years old. "1,300 men were killed or wounded on the Plains of Abraham. The Canadians from the parishes and cities of New France, the youths of the English Midlands, the dispossessed of the Scottish Highlands, the unemployed from Normandy and Provence. All will be buried, French and English together, in large common pits on the plains. The location of their graves will never be marked. "10 days after the battle, the French artillery commander Montbéliard makes an entry in his journal.
20 times I have picked up my pen, and 20 times sorrow has made it fall from my hands. How can I bring to mind such overwhelming events? We were saved, and now we are lost.